Welcome to the Know. I'm Brian.
I'm Ben.
So we have to talk about Fallout 76 again.
More Bethesda news.
Yes, because now there is maybe some possible legal action on the horizon. The big headline here is that there's a law firm that says they're looking into Bethesda's refund policies for Fallout 76. They say they've got a lot of complaints about the game being buggy, and it looks like they might be getting a class action suit together.
That it wasn't a full game on launch and it wasn't what was promised, right?
Right. So let's, I'll give you a little bit of background first. This law firm is called Migliaccio and Raythod.
I'm going to say you nailed it.
Totally nailed it. I'm sorry to all of our Italian viewers. They describe themselves as having years of experience in class action litigation against large corporations, including cases involving unfair and deceptive trade practices. So they posted kind of a thing on their site looking to, it kind of looks like they're fishing. Like they're saying, if you're mad at Fallout, contact us.
Let us know and we can start gathering information.
Yeah, so they wrote that they're currently investigating Bethesda Game Studios for releasing a heavily glitched game, Fallout 76, and refusing to issue refunds for PC purchasers of the game who found it to be unplayable because of its technical problems. It goes on to say, while minor bugs and glitches are expected with the release of most new games, Fallout 76 launched with a 56 gigabyte patch that has proven to be but a starting point for the game's problems. Gamers who have tried to receive a refund because of the game's myriad glitches have been unable to do so since they downloaded the game, leaving them to deal with an unplayable experience until patches bring it back to a playable state. Then they say they want to talk to gamers. They say, have you tried to receive a refund from your Fallout 76 purchase? If so, we would like to speak with you. Now, I contacted them to kind of, flesh this out a little bit more. How did this get on the radar?
Get some more info from them and figure out what's going on.
Have they gotten interest? I haven't heard back. Also pinged Bethesda. Have not heard back from them, surprisingly, either. But this seems to be targeting specifically PC purchasers of the game.
Okay. Yeah, I find this to be very, very interesting. I know this is, I don't know how common it is for law firms to do this, but I've seen some in the past that kind of just throw whatever's out there to see what they can hook.
Right.
And right now, there's no evidence right now that the law firm is actually investigating Bethesda.
Yeah.
Just they've kind of thrown this blog post out there, and if you look at their previous posts, it seems like it's a pretty regular thing they do.
Okay.
But I'm really interested to see if there could be ground here. We're looking into how refunds work with this new Bethesda launcher because they refuse to go on Steam, and we saw a few facts that were interesting.
As for their refund policy, Eurogamer pointed out that the terms of conditions for Fallout 76 on the Bethesda launcher, because it didn't come out on Steam, state you cannot apply for a refund once the software has been used. So according to Bethesda, I guess if you open up the game, no more refund.
Which is very different from what Steam does. And it's been a while since I've refunded a game on Steam, but I believe the policy is if you've played the game for over 2 hours, you can't refund it, or if it's been 2 weeks. I could be wrong on that. It's been a while.
There's a little bit of a, you can at least play it for a little bit, and you're like, this sucks.
It's not for me. But and if you look at how Bethesda rolled out the beta for the game to have people play, there were the timed windows on when you could play, what exactly and how far you could get in the game, unless you just sat there and tried to grind out as much as you can, which to me seems a little sketchy. If they're worried that this game isn't going to do very well, let's limit the beta experience.
Meaning so heavily restricted, just play for a couple hours max.
Exactly. And then you don't know, how much am I going to invest into this game? Is it worth buying? You're not going to have players that play through the beta and they just aren't straight up going to purchase the game. I think that left room for people to buy the game.
Because Bethesda just gave them a little peek at it.
Just a little taste.
Yeah. And many people do think this is why Bethesda didn't release it on Steam, because you got to think they would probably have a lot more refunds.
Right. I'm wondering how much of this was the decision to pull out this launcher, because I'm sure there were discussions on, hey, we need our own launcher. EA has their own launcher. Blizzard has their own launcher. But I wonder how much of this, hey, this is a new experience and a new game. We're probably going to have a few fans that are, or more than a few fans that are upset about how this game is playing out. Now's an ideal time to throw it on our own launcher, and then we don't have to deal with Steam's refund rules.
Little coincidence there.
Just a little bit.
I do think that maybe in a game like this where they are launching a different kind of Fallout, it's online, maybe if you're Bethesda, you make an exception and go, you know what, if you buy it and you don't like it, you can have your money back, you know, or we'll give you a little bit of time to fuck around with it. If you don't like it, that's fine. But they clearly are not doing that. Like, they're clearly digging in.
Right.
And like, no, you're not getting your money back.
Bethesda had to have known that there was going to be a good majority of their fan base that wasn't going to like this game.
Right.
And if you look at, they even posted that like a few days ago, that article that came out where they're like, hey guys, give this game a chance. We want you to explore the world.
Yes.
And I think they had to know that this game wasn't going to be, you know, for everybody. Most people that go into Bethesda's games want that single-player RPG experience. Right. And there's a good subset of people that are really enjoying this game. There are people that are playing through despite any of the bugs.
Apologist right here, right here.
No. There are, I mean, I'm not even a big Bethesda guy, and I'm enjoying this game. Like, I'm not someone that's, I'm so excited for Fallout 4 or 5, the next, like, you know, games that they have coming out, but I'm playing this game very casually. Right. And so I know there's a large number of their fans that are going to be very upset about this, and I think that's fair.
I don't blame people for being upset with the game either. I think that's great. If people are having fun, more power to you, but this does feel like it has been launched. Number one, even the structure of the game aside, but the bugs, the glitches, and that seems to be what this law firm might be
diving into to figure out if there's
zeroing in on.
there.
Like, wait, no. This just isn't that people didn't like the game. This is a case of you releasing a game in an unplayable form or a very you owe people a refund.
Yeah, I do think that this could be more of a, for this law firm specifically, more of a call to arms to see if there's a lawsuit there that could make them money.
Right.
But,
of course. Yeah. They're trying to drum up support. You know, they're jumping on a game that is in the news right now for bad reasons, and they're trying to, you know,
just seems like an easy way to pick people off there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a reason why law firms like advertise so much on TVs and phone books. And,
but it does seem very sketchy that there is this almost loophole of we have this new launcher, and then we kind of have this vague what constitutes a refund.
Yeah.
And coupled with Fallout 76's, like, we can hook people in and we want them to stay here with us, but I think Bethesda should have been way ahead of this and said, hey, you know, if you're going to buy this game, we will give you time to refund it if it's not your thing.
I want to just kind of go over the reception a little bit to Fallout. It has been terrible.
It's been really bad.
It has a 53 on OpenCritic, a 55 on Metacritic. Those are terrible scores.
Absolutely.
And pretty much every reviewer has ripped it for the bugs, for, you know, lack of content, all that. Some stores are now already discounting it 50% off. That's 2 weeks after the release. That is a huge sign that, like, sales are, what sales they are getting are bad.
I think the fact that it's $30, or I think, well, yeah, it's currently $30 on a lot of deals. Sure, Black Friday's going on right now, but you would expect that deal to be like maybe $10 off, not a full, like, half price of game.
No, that's a steep discount.
True Achievements put out some really interesting statistics. The game launched about 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And I think it said Fallout 76 has had just 29% of the active players that Fallout 4 had in the same time frame.
Okay.
With player reports of countless bugs, low review scores, and a holiday season once again bringing more games than anyone has time for.
Yeah.
I think that's a really interesting statistic that kind of goes back to the whole, I think there is a subset of gamers that are really into this game and they're really enjoying it.
Right.
But I think if you look at the non-29% there, there's a good majority of people that aren't about this and they don't want this.
Yeah, and you had kind of brought up that Bethesda's doing some damage control, you know, on forums and stuff. What's that looking like?
Yeah, so I think yesterday it seems a Bethesda Reddit account got into the Fallout 76 subreddit and started replying to a few threads.
Okay.
Which sounds great, right? Like, we want open communication with our fans. Not so great when the response is just a copy-paste generic response to everybody. Fans want someone they can talk with and
organic interaction.
Absolutely. I think the exact post was, hello, thank you for your post and for your feedback. We want you to know that we're always looking through posts, tweets, and comments, and for all feedback about the game. We truly appreciate you reaching out to us and letting us know your thoughts, concerns, ideas, and giving us an idea for what you're looking for. We will have new information to share soon, so keep an eye out this week.
Oh boy.
That just seems like a very blanket, like, we need something out there, let's throw this like copy-paste statement out and see what's going to happen.
Shout out to the PR person.
That's such a, I want that job. That's easy. Just cut, paste.
Cut, paste, check, please.
But that is such a tone-deaf response, too, because if you don't interact with your fans, they're going to revolt. They're going to leave your game. I remember having that experience when I played Final Fantasy XI, which was an MMO, and there were major problems with sort of guild farmers in the game, sort of real money bots that were like locking down sections of the game. We would complain, nothing would happen, and eventually you just stop playing because things have gotten so fucked up, and the developer is either not listening or they're listening, but they're moving on their own time frame. And I think, boy, this is some bad PR, I think.
Well, so the copy-paste statement, I feel, was a rush job to, hey, let's get some information out there. Because this morning, they actually posted a Reddit thread saying, hey, guys, here's a list of all these fixes we're making. We want to start an open communication with you guys and actually start talking with you. But they had kind of two posts, one that went up on their website and one that went up on their subreddit. And both have very different tones. For the website, they opened with a huge thanks to all of you who've been playing Fallout 76 and embarking on this journey with us. Millions of you are playing the game and playing it a lot. We love hearing your stories, sharing your photos, and fighting alongside you in the quest to rebuild Fallout 76 Wasteland. Great.
So very positive.
Very positive. Yes. Hey, people that are on the website because they love Bethesda, here's our great blanket statement. The subreddit thread opened with, we know you're frustrated and angry at the state of things right now, whether it's the issues you're running into in the game or the lack of communications about fixes, updates, or news. To be clear, this account is run by us, Bethesda Game Studios community team. And then they kind of go on and on. But actually in that Reddit thread, they were talking with fans, which was great to see. I know even they seem to have convinced a few people to not refund the game. Reddit user 099% stated, I'm withdrawing my refund request, thanks for the updates. And they actually kind of had a comment or a back and forth where they're saying a Reddit user by the name of Relevancy Irrelevant posted like, hey, this is great. We love all the information you're giving us. You should probably do what like DICE and Battlefield have been doing, where they kind of have a roadmap of like all the bugs they're tracking, what they're currently trying to fix, things that are going to be coming out, and they're like, oh, this is a great idea. We love hearing your feedback. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, I think more communication, not less. Even though it's going to be, these interactions are going to be awkward right now because people are frustrated, people are mad.
They have to be done.
But yes, I think you have to engage your community. Otherwise, they're just going to get mad and leave. And I think the community has some very valid concerns with Fallout 76. Even the ones I would imagine who are playing it and enjoying it are still going to have like problems with bugs and glitches, and of which this game has, even by Bethesda standards, are massive.
And I wonder how much of this, if they'd gotten ahead and just like even like a week ago had come out and said, hey, here's everything we're trying to do, it would have been way better. I wonder if that had impacted like the people playing the game right now. To me, it definitely seems like Bethesda was going to put this game out and kind of was going along the same lines of like all our other games are buggy, but it's a Bethesda game, and that's
what you're gonna get.
It's not gonna work for this kind of a game, and I just also think that's not really an excuse going forward.
A buggy online game is so different from a buggy single player game, I think, because online it can just be unplayable. It's just it's so much more complicated.
It's one thing if in the single player game, oh, I died, I'll just reload the save. Multiplayer, I lost all my stuff, and it's a world that you can't reset or reset back to a save point. It's
all this issues. Work is wiped out. And other games have had bugs. Red Dead 2 had a huge bug, that campfire bug, where if you took the quest from Uncle and you sort of screwed something up, and the Marstons would disappear for 2 chapters. That was a huge bug. But they also, Rockstar addressed it. They said we're going to fix it. But the larger point is, I think people overall were happy with what they got from Red Dead 2.
Like,
so people aren't, I want my money back.
Yeah, the online for Red Dead is just now releasing, and I'm sure we'll see some bugs and issues, but probably not on this scale at all. And it'll do the usual Rockstar Online success that it has.
But maybe not at first. I mean, GTA Online had huge problems at launch. So anyway, that is what's going on with Fallout 76. We'll see if a lawsuit develops from all this. If so, we will definitely update you. Let us know what you think, if you've played the game, if you have thoughts, if you want your money back, if you've tried. That would be interesting. If you've had that experience, if you've gotten a refund, or if you've gotten turned down, let us know in the comments.
Or if you're still playing the game and are really enjoying it, I would like to hear why. I mean, it'd be interesting.
All right, we'll see you later.
Bye.